Olga signaled Maggie to end her conversation with Raula so that she could have a smooth call. Now, with that, she doesn't know who the caller is. Maggie, without hesitation, ended the call. Good day, Raula. See you in the evening. We love you. Who's it, Olga? Maggie asked, looking at the vibrating phone. You don't know who it is, so why are you so hesitant to pick it up? See, the call ended. What if it's an opportunity, Olga? You can't just ignore a call like that. Right at that moment, the phone rang again. Without a second thought, Olga picked it up. Maggie couldn't understand what the person on the other hand was saying. Hello? Good morning, sir. I don't know what's the matter. Okay, we will, of course. Bye. Who was that? Maggie was dying of curiosity. It's Nick, James's secretary. He wants us to testify against those men who kidnapped us. In court, of course. So, today we're all meeting with the prosecutor at 2 p.m. Now, you will call Raula again and tell her about this. Tell her to meet us at the police station at 2 p.m. They will be waiting for all of us. You, Raula, and me. Meanwhile, James was busy working on the board meeting that was about to happen in a few hours. He needed to plan as the CEO. They wanted him to be the black sheep and accept marrying Jocelyn as the price of getting the Horizon project. He wanted to show the board that he could get the project done without this marriage. The taxi pulled up first to Maggie's destination, and she quickly made her way out of the taxi. She looked back to say goodbye to Olga, but Olga beat her to it. Good luck, sweetheart. Since you're here earlier than the time you have to come, call Raula first and notify her about the change of plans. Yes, baby girl, I will do it, Maggie replied and looked at the driver. Please drive her safely, and don't make her late for work. She then left, heading towards the Kingstar Entertainment building. She took her phone and called Raula. In a few seconds, she picked up. Hey, Raula, there are some changes to our plans. We need you to meet at the police station at 2 p.m. There's something important regarding the case. The prosecutor said that he wanted to see us. Can you make it? Maggie conveyed the urgency in her voice. Raula, though surprised, responded affirmatively. Sure, I'll be there. What's going on? Olga filled in on the call they received from Nick, explaining the need to testify against their kidnappers in court. The court day is Friday at 2 p.m., but we have to meet the prosecutor to make him understand how everything happened. Raula, though initially taken aback, expressed her support. I'll be there. We'll face this together. Meanwhile, James navigated the intricacies of the board meeting, keeping his focus on the Horizon project. Through his office window, he saw Olga coming to work. What's she doing this early? It's still 6:50 a.m., and the work starts at 8 a.m. No, James. Concentrate on the meeting preparation. If you can convince the board, then you won't have to marry Jocelyn. It will be Olga instead. Talking to himself, he continued, Right, let me focus. He then sat down and continued what he was doing. It was already 11 a.m., the time to join other members for a big meeting. He stood in front of the mirror, organized his suit, took all the necessary documents and a laptop, and then went out of the office. Back in the room where the meeting was to happen, men were sitting elegantly across a well-decorated table. Mr. Corner Hawkins entered, leaving his secretary. Others were busy with little discussion, and all kept quiet when they saw the old man's serious glare. He greeted them with respect and headed to the main chair. Just at that moment, James entered with eagerness and confidence and went directly to the front to start the meeting. He started presenting the plans he had for the upcoming big project. As you all know, we're here because of the upcoming big project, the Horizon. I know you're thinking that I don't want to work with the Cowell hospitals, but that's not true. Technically, they are my family because I am marrying their daughter. I am just thinking big for the sake of the company and my growth as a man and a business person. I am trying to enter other markets outside our country. I have 2 investors and need a lot of funding. and I don't agree with many of you here about the idea of relying on the Cowell family as our only option. He started to share the documents with the shareholders, with the analytics of the profit they could make if his idea succeeded. One of the shareholders raised a hand with questions, and James gestured for him to go ahead with questions. Mr. James, I respect the idea of raising the company to the top 50 in the world with the Horizon Project. But that's not our goal for now. That's why we need to eat what we can easily chew. It's even the same reason we were considering using a small market as the Cowell hospitals that we can manage. This is very risky. I mean, the more you climb up faster, the bigger your downfall is. How are you planning to avoid failure? James was prepared for these kinds of questions. Firstly, a great business person isn't afraid to take risks. Failure is one of the most important factors that grow you. Of course, I am not saying that we're failing this project. I have invested so much in this project. But one thing I learned from my father before he entrusted the company to me as the CEO is that he told me, "You know, son, fear is a great hindrance to success. Don't let the opportunity pass you just because you're afraid of losing." If it were about failing, I would be the most anxious person here because I am putting everything into this coming project. If we can work together, I'm 98% sure that we will succeed. Some of the board members were convinced and ready to take the risk and gain more, but the other part wasn't ready yet. Mr. James, I think we should go slowly. Rushing when you're climbing stairs puts you in a position where you can't reach the top or go start again. Chairman Corner Hawkins was listening to his son's proposal and was impressed by James's thinking, though it was a risky idea, so he decided to step in. He raised his hand and said, "Everyone's attention, please. We know where we come from. With so many risks we've taken, we've faced challenges and hit bottom. But we came back alive and safe. Considering our experience and everyone's support at this table, we can achieve this goal. I know some of you are driven by emotions because Mr. Cowell is your friend. He's mine too, but this is business, no offense. For me, wherever there's a profit, I don't hesitate just because of the risks. Now, I am ready to take the risk myself and allow our CEO to prove what he just told us. But he can't achieve it when you're not with him, just because of your friendship with the other parties. That's why I recommend voting. Let's see those who are ready to take the risk and support him to achieve the big dreams of every business person and those who want to stay where we are." James couldn't ask for more from his dad. His father built this company. He took it from the bottom. Most of the members respect and trust him so much. His words and support mean a lot, so I am the first to be on James's side, his father said. Who else is with him? They started raising their hands one by one. At the end of the voting, 65% voted to continue with James's plan. James thanked everyone and ended the meeting. They started leaving one by one, with others congratulating him for winning the first step. His father was so proud of his son, who had become a great businessman, he thought to himself, admiring his son. At least I don't need a DNA test to confirm that he is my son. He's got my blood and energy, the ability to make such hard decisions, and daring. Olga was working, busy reading what John had given him the other day when she received a text from Maggie. After reading the message, she decided to call her. "Girl, I just saw the message. Is it real?" "It's true, Olga. It's real." The meeting went amazing. Kingstar Entertainment is interested in my music. They said that they would help me with everything and invest in me. They're formulating the contract and will call me when they're ready to start. They said I should start writing the songs while waiting for them to finalize everything. Baby girl, I can't believe it's happening. A smile crept across Olga's face, genuinely happy about her friend's newfound opportunity. She replied, "That's incredible news, Maggie. Your talent deserves this recognition. Let's celebrate tonight," Maggie replied. "It's good that we're visiting Raula. We'll celebrate together." As the clock struck 2 p.m., the trio entered the police station. guided by a mix of determination and trepidation. Tensions rose. Orga, Maggie, and Raula stood united, ready to face their past and bring justice to those who had wronged them.